Chapter 1. The Quiet. Before, my name is Adam. I'm 39. I build homes for a living, blueprints, concrete, timber, the works. And I thought I'd built a solid one of my own. Emma and I had been married for 14 years. She worked as a freelance illustrator, mostly from home. We had a daughter, Lila, 9 years old, bright, sweet. She still slept with a stuffed giraffe named Maxie. From the outside, we looked fine. We went to brunch on Sundays, posted pictures from vacations, even had a date night every second Friday. But if I'm honest, and I have to be now, something had been fading, little by little. Chapter 2. Her laughter. It started with the sound of her laughter, not the one she used with me, warm, dry, ironic. This one was light, unfiltered, almost girlish. I heard it one evening when I walked past her studio. She was on a video call, her hand covering her mouth like a teenager. When I stepped in, she minimized the screen in a blink. "Who was that?" "Oh, just a client," she said too quickly. "New commission for a children's book." She smiled, but her eyes didn't. Chapter 3. The phone. I never checked her phone before, never cared to, but late one night I couldn't sleep. She was beside me, turned away, breathing softly. Her phone buzzed once, then again. I picked it up. The message preview was from someone named Jay. "Still thinking about yesterday and the freckles on your hips." I remember staring at that line so long my fingers went numb. Then I opened the thread. There were photos of her and a video. Not for me. Chapter 4. Static. I didn't wake her. I didn't throw the phone or scream. I just sat there, the glow of the screen flickering like a candle burning down my chest. My ears rang with silence. I felt something inside me twist, crack, but not break, not yet. I got up, went to the kitchen and washed my face in cold water. Over and over, because I wasn't ready to believe what I had seen, because the mind bargains when the heart is in free fall. Chapter 5. The Confrontation. I waited 3 days, 3 days of pretending, of watching her sip coffee, braid Lila's hair, smile at me like nothing had shifted. And then, one morning, I put her phone on the table, unlocked, the messages open. "Do you want to explain?" Her eyes widened, then narrowed. Then she said the word I'll never forget. "It's not what you think." I laughed. "Is he not real? Did I write those texts?" She stayed silent. I nodded. "Was it just once?" She looked down. "Twice. Twice," I repeated. Then she whispered, "But it felt like the first time I was really seen." Chapter 6. Lila's drawing. That night, Lila came to me holding a drawing. It was a stick figure family, me, her, and Emma. But Emma was floating above us on a cloud. "What's this, baby?" I asked gently. She smiled. "Mommy says she's up in the clouds lately, dreaming." I bit my tongue so hard I tasted blood. I kissed her head. "Then I'll make sure we stay on the ground, okay?" She nodded and skipped away. And I broke, silently. Alone. Chapter 7. The Hotel. I followed her one evening. I told her I had a late client consult. She left the house in a black coat, hair curled, lips red. Not for me. I stayed far back. She entered a hotel downtown, room 214. I waited outside the room for 15 minutes, then knocked. A man in his late 30s opened, shirtless, smiling, until he saw me. "Adam!" Emma gasped from behind him. I looked at her, and she looked like a stranger wearing my wife's skin. I said nothing. I just turned around and walked down the hallway, floor spinning beneath my feet. Chapter 8. The Shatter. I didn't cry right away. I went home. I sat on the edge of our bed. Everything smelled like her. I picked up her pillow and screamed into it. A raw, guttural sound I didn't recognize as my own. Then I smashed the mirror above our dresser. Then I cleaned it up before Lila got home. Because no matter what, I was still her father, and I would not let her see me become a ghost. Chapter 9. The silence after. After the hotel. We didn't speak for 2 days. We moved around the house like ghosts, avoiding each other's shadow. Lila sensed it. She stopped singing in the mornings. Emma finally came to me at night. Eyes puffy, no makeup, sleeves pulled down like armor. "Can we talk?" she asked. I nodded, but said nothing. She sat on the couch, legs folded like she didn't know where to put them anymore. "I didn't mean for it to happen," she whispered. I scoffed. "No one ever does." She blinked back tears. "I was lonely. I didn't feel real anymore. You were always working, tired, distant. So you found someone who made you feel new?" She didn't answer. She didn't need to. And I didn't yell, because what's the point of shouting in a house already burned? Chapter 10. Goodbye in Pieces. We told Lila a week later. Emma started, her voice trembling. "Sweetheart, Mommy and Daddy need to live in separate homes for a while." Lila stared at us. "Did you stop loving each other?" My throat tightened. Emma looked at me, helpless. I bent down, took Lila's hands. "No, baby, love changes, but we will never stop loving you." She cried that night, curled into my side, fists clenched around Maxie the giraffe, and I cried too, silently, into her hair. Chapter 11. The box of her packing. Her things felt surreal. I touched each item like it was radioactive. A scarf, a bottle of perfume, her sketch pad with half-finished characters and love notes in the margins. I found a Polaroid, her and that man, taken in the park. She was laughing. I put it in the trash. Then I dug it back out, because I needed the truth to hurt, so I'd stop forgiving it. Chapter 12. Alone, not empty. The house echoed differently now. 1 toothbrush, half a closet. I learned to cook for one, fold Lila's laundry alone, refill the silence with podcasts and white noise. But somewhere in the grief came stillness. And then clarity. I wasn't broken, just cracked open. Chapter 13. The message months passed. Emma texted, "I made a mistake. He left. I miss us." I stared at the screen for 5 minutes, maybe 10, then replied, "You don't miss me. You miss not being alone." And I hit send, with a hand that didn't shake. Chapter 14. The dinner Lila and I had a ritual now. Friday nights was pancakes and movies. One Friday, at the diner, a woman asked if she could share our booth. The place was packed. Her name was Natalie, a 3rd-grade teacher. Bright eyes, tired smile, kind voice. Lila took to her immediately. She stayed for dessert, then again next week, then again. We didn't rush, we didn't label it. But she made me laugh again, and when she touched my hand one evening, it felt like warmth I had earned, not borrowed, not begged for. Chapter 15. The letter I never sent. I wrote a letter to Emma. "You broke me, but you also woke me. I was sleepwalking through a life I thought was safe. You shattered that illusion, and in doing so, gave me back myself. I don't hate you, but I don't need you anymore either. We'll raise Lila, and I'll move on, not out of spite, but because I deserve more than survival. I deserve peace." I never sent it, because some words are meant just to be said once, to ourselves. Chapter 16. The new blueprint. I'm still a builder. But now I build slower, smarter, not just houses, but mornings with Lila, evenings with Natalie, quiet moments with myself. People say heartbreak destroys you. They're wrong. It reveals you. If you're sitting in silence right now, heart cracked open, breath shallow, wondering how the hell it got to this, you're not alone. You are not weak for loving someone who didn't love you the same way. You are not broken because they left. You're just beginning again. And I promise, there's life on the other side of betrayal. Not just survival, but something beautiful.